Hi, this is Odeean. Today I've got a review of probably the biggest toy that I've ever got. Where is it, you're thinking? Well, I'm sitting in it. This is my new GTS Toyota 86. I'm going to drive it out to the park and give you a closer look. Okay, so here it is out in the park. It's very shiny, very new. I've been trying to keep it looking good. I got the street legal tint on it, which is the darkest window that I can get and not get a ticket. I like it. It's really low to the ground, which is a big change. Before this I was driving a Yaris, which is kind of looks like Bumblebee from Transformers Animated. That's why we picked that. But these two cars have nothing in common. That Yaris is pretty weak. I mean, if you're at a roundabout or something and you want to sneak in, you wouldn't do it because you don't have the acceleration. With this guy, when you put your foot down, you can get into those tight spots. I mean, in the area that I live, this isn't that expensive by any means, but amongst me and my friends, this is kind of pretty hot for us. You can't fit more than 2 people in here comfortably. Maybe a third adult could fit in the back, but you can fit maybe 2 adult passengers and 1 baby seat, which is what I've got in the back. I like it. It's really different from what I'm used to. I went with the GTS 86 Fuji Red. Some of the differences between the base model, the GT and the GTS, you can't really see it here, but there's daylights down here that I don't think they come in the GT. Maybe the wheels are a bit bigger too. I mean, they've got different rims on them, just a different look. I think it's nicer, this look, but they're also a larger size. Not too many differences between the GT and the GTS on the outside. One cool thing is that this year, in the 2014 model, they actually made a second version partway through the year. So this is the latest version, the one that came out in October. You can see on the roof there, I've got that little fin for an aerial. On all the previous models, it had little aerials sticking up there. So if you want to tell the difference between the 2 versions of 2014, just look at the aerial on top. Let's have a closer look at the interior. Before I get in there, it does have keyless entry. Stays locked until you put your finger around here, and then it's got like just senses you there and lets it open. Nice trim. Getting down so low, it is very low. I went with the automatic. I'm lazy, I don't really want to drive a manual. The manual looks exactly the same, the stick here. On the auto we've got paddles. I'm not sure if they come in the GT, but at least on this GTS you can put it into sport mode and change your gears from the wheel. Not that I have anywhere I need to do that. Living in the city, speed limits here are like 40-50 kilometers an hour. Not much opportunity to go any faster. You can see on the sides there we've got a bit of leather trim. Again, that's one of the differences between the 2 models. This model's got leather trim. The whole seat isn't leather. If I bring it down here, you can see. I wish it was leather, but this is not really a high-priced car, so some savings have been made here on the interior. The sides of the seats with this kind of bolstering at the sides, these are leather. It's got red stitching here. It's kind of cool. There's my daughter's safety chair, safe baby seat, what do you want to call it, at the back there. It fits nicely, but you can see in the normal position of the seat here, there's no foot room for her, so I have to actually slide that seat forward to fit 2 passengers in. The other seat over here is just useless. You virtually just use that as a storage. You can't fit anybody in that. To start her up, put my foot down on the brake, press the button. Might just turn the aircon off for this video. It's got kind of automatic climate control in here. It's pretty cool. The stereo here hooks up to my Bluetooth on my phone. It's got a reversing camera, although it doesn't seem to beep. In other cars with reversing camera that I've got access to, they beep when you go back, when you get closer to something. I can't figure out how to get this to beep, which is a little bit annoying. Some nice glowy indicators there. There's my mirror again. No border around the mirror. That's cool because there's not that much space here to see out of. It's a very narrow windshield at the front, so minimizing that mirror taking up your field of vision is pretty important actually, and that's one of the first things I noticed when I got into this car, is how kind of thin you've got to see out the front here compared to what I've been driving before. It's alright, you get used to it. Let's fold the mirrors away. That's cool. The last car wasn't automatic like that. That's good for going into car parks and whatnot. It looks pretty nice from the back too. It's got a keyless boot opening thing on the keychain if you want to use that, or if you've got it in your pocket you can just stick your hand under here and pop it up. That's a hose for my work. The boot space in here is pretty damn huge, and I can't show it now because the baby seat stops the seat from folding down, but both of the seats in there fold forward, and it's so big, the space in there, that if you were like really wasted you could curl up and sleep in the boot. Maybe not a good idea if someone's going to steal the car with you in it, but it is something you can do if you're desperate. I mean, so that's about it. There's not much more to show. I'm not a rev head. I don't know much about cars. I can give you the numbers. It's got a 2-litre 4-cylinder opposing engine where the pistons face each other. They call it a boxer engine. I don't know what the advantage of that is. Maybe it's just low down so that it fits under that hood, which is so close to the ground there. Anyway, I really like it, and as one of my new toys, I can highly recommend it. Go out and get one if you can. I'm odeean. Thank you for watching.